I can finally talk to you about the hardest real estate transaction of my entire career. Lauren Lack is a damn inspiration, and Ariel Best is Superwoman. Taking you back to April 20th of 2023, I received this message from a lender that I had just recently gotten pretty close to on TikTok because she is such a strong advocate for the VA loan. I follow her, I love her. She tells me that she is licensed in Virginia now, but not to tell anybody because the last time she let anybody know that she was licensed in a new state, they got flooded with new applications because, again, she is one of the strongest advocates for the VA loan benefit. The same day, 6 hours later, I receive this email. I call her immediately. She gives me the whole rundown of her entire situation. She has an expiration date, is what she called it, that this was her dream to provide a home for her family. She told me that she was just previously working with a lender and an agent, and when that agent referred that lender to her and the lender's like, no, can't do it, your credit's not good enough, she was tossed to the back burner. The agent never really called back, never responded. It just really wouldn't work. In most situations, I would end up telling her, okay, let's work on your credit, let's get you in a better financial situation. But her financial situation was not going to get better. Her health was declining. She couldn't take 2 years to fix her credit. She needed this done now. Now, the VA doesn't have a minimum credit score. However, 99% of lenders have an overlay. So they do have a minimum credit score that they put on the VA loan because they won't originate a loan for a lower credit score. So even though Ariel told me not to advertise that she's in Virginia, I messaged her anyway. I'm like, hey, listen, I know you don't want these clients yet, but I have one for you and no one else can do it but you. Initial response was, yeah, this is a really hard loan, but I'm gonna have to do this, this, and the other, and we'll make it happen. Great. We start seeing houses and we found one that they really like in Gloucester. Now that turned into a whole soap opera on its own. I will get into details in another video, but I want to actually just give you a timeline with this one. We never actually go under contract with that one, but Ariel's been working on the loan. That way things go smoothly once we do get under contract. Then we find one in Yorktown. The one in Yorktown is literally perfect for everything that they needed. They have a garage for her husband. They have a whole separate living area for her and her small business that she has. Room for the kids and everything. It's literally perfect for them. We go under contract. At this point, everything's clear. It's looking good. The only thing that we are waiting on is the VA to approve Lauren's disability, which has already been expedited. We're already good to go. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. That being said, Lauren is currently in a hotel, an extended stay that is honestly nasty because her last rental property was recently condemned because of the mold and the issues and the foundation issues and everything. Because she's not in a stable home or stable living conditions, she's not able to do the trials for her condition. The doctors want to make sure that she's able to rest and stay home and stay bedridden. And she can't do that if she may have to move at a blink of an eye. The seller graciously let us move her into her home. Now, she didn't have anything. She didn't have any furniture. She didn't have literally anything. They were just happy to be in a home, sleeping on blankets and pillows. That next day, I rented a U-Haul and stopped at, I think, 20-something homes all through Hampton Roads, collecting furniture, TVs, everything that you could use in a home, and we delivered it to her home that day. That felt just like the best thing that could have happened. You know, we got them in a home, we got them their furniture. All we have to do is wait for the VA to say, yes, you get this disability, you can close on this home. I started paying for the family's rent in the property that they are living in. Ariel starts calling the VA, every department in the VA. She emailed all the members of the Senate and she escalates it all the way up to the White House. We got denied. Something crazy went into the paperwork where the thing that we ended up waiting for was her PTSD claim and not her cancer claim. So they denied it, stating her PTSD allows her to work even though she's literally dying of cancer and told she has 6 months left to live. Paperwork did that. Now, while this is being done, there's nothing fast about the VA, and The seller isn't running a charity. You know, he had so much patience. He let us move in early. He let us rent it for 2 months at fair market value, but like, he needs to sell. He's in it to sell the home. He's not in to rent it out. Now, we appreciate every moment of patience that he had for us, and the amazing Momo, who was the listing agent during the transaction and an amazing advocate for us and our situation. Patience ended up wearing out. He was ready to put his house back on the market, so Lauren had to move out. This is when I took to social media, and literally a person named Angel contacted me saying that we are free to rent the home that she has as an Airbnb. So we got Lauren a storage unit, and she put all of the stuff that she received from Hampton Roads into storage and moved into this Airbnb for a short time. I quickly paid the security deposit and her first month's rent, and we secured it for about 3 months. We figured, you know, it'd be enough time to get this all approved, get everything done, because Ariel had figured out a new way to get it approved. We just needed more time, and time was the enemy for everything about this. After Lauren and her family had moved out of the home, I sent an addendum to the seller stating that we'd remain under contract as a first right of refusal, meaning they are more than welcome to start marketing the home to anybody who wanted it. They can start marketing it, and if they get an offer, they can kick us to the curb, but they can proceed. That way, we can continue working on our contract on our end and possibly end up closing on this home, but they're not tied to us and they don't have to wait for us any longer. This was right during the holidays, right between Thanksgiving and Christmas, so it was slow anyway, so no harm, no foul. 2 days before Christmas, and Ariel calls me and said, get Lauren on the phone too. She tells us that we got conditional approval. Merry Christmas. I called Momo up and told her, and she's like, hallelujah, this is amazing. Let's get this done. At that point, all we're waiting for is clear to close. Another thing comes up, and Lauren thinks it's all gonna fall apart because that's the whole gist of this entire situation. Oh, we need this for clear to close. Oh, hey, clear to close. But now we do need this one more thing before you can close. It was the most ridiculous thing ever, and Ariel is such a beast for pushing it through. Finally, the day of closing, an anomaly hurricane comes through, and it is ridiculous winds, and I am driving my ass to Hampton. We closed at 7:30 p.m. at a restaurant in Hampton because a notary is all that we could do at that time. We closed. 8 months later, we're closed and Lauren has a home for her family. I'm so happy.